the truth.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Wizard 101 video. Today I am back in the test realm with the Ice Deckathalon event. So they enabled the Ice Deckathalon event this week on Monday, and I think they reset it on Tuesday or Wednesday because they found some exploits that some people were doing, as well as some bugs throughout the tower that they fixed. So they did reset some of the leaderboards for it, but they released it this week, so it's fairly new. I have played it a bit off screen to kind of get the feel of it. I'm on like floor 3 and I can't get past, and I think it goes up to floor 4. So it is basically a tiered tower dungeon type thing, and so each floor gets progressively harder. So there's harder mobs you have to fight with more health, and it basically gets more difficult and difficult. And even with them having only about 500 to 600 health, it is very difficult for you because you are stripped of all of your gear stats and your health is reduced to a very low amount. I think your health gets reduced to around like 500 to 600 HP max. So it is a very cool dungeon. The only spells that you can use are from your treasure card deck, so that is actually kind of cool. It's something different that we see. There is also a lot of exclusive rewards that come with this event, like the pet right here that I have is the Ravenwood class pet, I think that's what it's called. It is a little hamster. Let me make sure that's what it's called. Yeah, Ravenwood class pet. So it is the new pet that comes with it. So if you see in the top right corner right here, this is called special event. You click on it and it lets you see the world event progress. So it looks like there's so many people playing that have reached kind of the top tiers that they helped us get up to where the best loot is. And so this bar right here goes up and up the more people play and the more people complete stuff and the more people get points. And it basically unlocks people to get better loot from the tower. As you can see, here's some of the activities that you can do with some of the rewards you can get. So if you play Wizard 101, you get 4 credits. So, oh, what is that? Wizards. That is interesting. I'm gonna wait to see what happens with that. But there is new decks that come with this, like the Ice Deckathalon's decks. It does not have a main deck, but it only has a side deck that you can use because this is a treasure card only dungeon, and it actually gives you some bonus stats to use, like fire damage and flat ice resist, as well as some health and an extra pip. These are level 0 and up, and it says for Ice Deckathalon. So this means that you're going to use this mainly in the Ice Deckathalon when it's going on. That's why it gives fire damage, so that you can kind of use fire spells to boost onto the ice enemies, and you have a better chance to complete the dungeon, which is pretty cool. I'm glad that they introduced some of the new decks for this, as well as they have some new wands. I don't know if I have any of the recipes for them. Let me look right quick. They are... no, I do not have them, actually, but they are kind of like these gauntlets that you can wear. They're like these giant gloves. They look pretty cool. Oh, here's someone with them right now. So this is what they look like. They're kind of just like gloves that sit at your side. A lot of people have compared them to the Infinity Gauntlets from Thanos, which is pretty funny. But I find like they look really cool. I like the new decks they introduced. They also have some new reagents called runes. So the runes are used to craft things like the deck, the wand, and some treasure cards, since treasure cards are a big part of this event. You can craft things here. So this is an equipment crafting station, and this is where you can craft the wand, the deck, and I believe a few other things if that's ever up in there. So if you talk to Gamma right here, here is the dialogue that he gives you.
Welcome to the Ravenwood Deckathalon, a special academic challenge that tests your skill with magic, all types of magic, using treasure cards. No doubt you have some of these consumable spells, whether you gathered them from monsters, bought them from Argleston, or crafted them yourself. Beyond this portal, you put them to use. Gone are the advantages of school, gear, and friends. Only you and your treasure card deck remain. Use treasure cards to defeat monsters and earn points, which in turn earn prizes. As more wizards earn points, monsters even drop better loot. There is even a leaderboard to track the best decathletes in Ravenwood. The top points earners get bonus rewards when this event ends. I'll help you keep track of your progress on the Decathalon page. Earn all the points you can to become the Decathalon champion.
So he basically tells you a lot of info about the Decathalon. It's kind of the instructions to it. It tells you that the more that people complete this, the better loot that people will drop. So if you click onto the special event leaderboard, you have all these rewards right here, like 10-point reward, 35-point reward, all the way up to 570-point reward. So this gives you things like a Rockhammer's Jewel Pack, or a Novice's Socket Wrench, or some of the runes that you can even get, or Decathalon Ice Packs. I have Bartleby's. So this is really cool. Oh, you also get the Hand of Fate if you click that. I did not know that. So let me equip these. These are the starter ones. So they look really cool. I like how these look. The animation is nice on them. I kind of wish they would bring in the arms a little bit more, just because I feel like the pose is awkward. But other than that, I do think that it's very cool. I love the new pets that came with this event. They're little hamsters if you haven't seen them already. This one's called the Ravenwood class pet, as well as if you go up to here, there is a, this is the, I think this is just called the Ice class pet. I could be wrong, because currently there's a glitch and it says the top decathletes win this item, and it's like has that. I don't know if it's supposed to show, or no, if you click here, yeah, it says Ice class pet. So you get, if you get 1st to 10th place, you get the Ice class pet, a permanent Gobbler mount, which is really cool. They're giving permanent mounts out for if you rank high in this event, as well as 21 of the ultimate runes. These are used to craft the gauntlets and stuff. If you place 11th to 25th, you get 21 of the ultimate runes in an Ice class pet. 26 to 50, you get Ravenwood class pet and ultimate rune, 21 of those. And basically it goes through the different tiers all the way running down to here. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So even if you place 10,000, like, if you place like 10,000s in the entire leaderboard, you still get like 3 ultimate runes, which is a nice reward. As well as you do get gifts from your friends playing on here. So that's very cool. So even if you have not played, your friends can get you gifts whenever they play and run through. It basically unlocks things for you. So that is very cool. I like that. So why don't we hop into the tower right now? I'm going to go to stage 1. Actually, let me make sure I have treasure cards in my deck before I go in. Okay, I have Tempest, but let me put Lightning Bats and Thunder Snakes in. So yeah, let's go to stage 1, and let me just show you kind of how it works. So I've played up to stage 3, like I've said already, and I've been kind of grinding. I think I'm, what place am I on the leaderboard? I am 81st right now. So that's kind of cool. Let me turn this sound down a bit. Alright, so basically, right here is a Ice Elf Warrior. So you basically have to fight enemies per floor. Sometimes it's 1 enemy, sometimes it's 2. There's 3 floors in each stage, so I think the first battle on every single one is just 1 person, the second one's 2, and then the last one is like a harder miniature boss. So let me use this. So look, if you cast a treasure card, you get 1 special event point, and I think that is capped at 20 per day. And the more points you get, I think the higher you place on the leaderboard, which is kind of cool, and the better events you get, as well as you get event points for killing any enemies in the towers, as well as you get these runes whenever you defeat them. So I got 3 fire runes for defeating that guy right there. Here is the second floor of stage 1. One thing I forgot to include is that Maycast pets do work in this dungeon. So that is kind of cool. Oh, I fizzled. But yeah, Maycast pets do work in this dungeon, so those are very recommended. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit more. I just feel like that's really loud over me. But yeah, Maycast pets do work in this, so I would recommend bringing a Maycast pet in compared to a stat pet, because stats do get stripped, so they don't really matter, but Maycasts still work in the dungeon. I really like the casting animation on these. It kind of like booms the fist. But yeah, it literally strips all your stats away. As you can see, my health is very low. But one thing I have noticed while running through here is that you do go first every single time. I think they did that intentionally, just so that, because you're kind of at a disadvantage, but not really. Like, you kind of, you know, you have somewhat of an advantage over the enemy with going first, because you do really have a big advantage whenever you go first in battle, so that's really cool. And I love the second pip deck that they give you, like the pip deck that they give you, because that does really help out in this dungeon. Like, for people who use, like, pre-enchanted TCs and stuff like that, they can just kind of use something like a lightning bat, and it just one-shots if you don't fizzle, you know, because storm wizards barely have any accuracy, but that's okay. So let me just kill this guy off if I don't fizzle. I think they did say that they banned Insane Bolt, because a lot of people were abusing Insane Bolt because they were kind of running through the tower and just praying that it didn't backfire on them and it let them grind through really fast. Oh. Okay, so there's apparently a loot bug. So that's what that wizard's thing was about. So when you complete a dungeon, this person right here, Kara, appears, as well as a card crafting station, so you can buy recipes from her, like the Ice Deckathalon's Deck 1, or treasure card things, so you can buy Snow Shield treasure card, and you can make those with ice runes, a Fire Blade treasure card, which you can make with a fire and a balance rune, or a Fire Serpent, my bad, that you can make with 2 fire runes. So that's pretty cool, and then you can craft them right here, you can transmute things right here. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and I think that is all I have to cover. But yeah, this is the Ice Deckathalon event. These last for a week at a time, if I'm correct. So that is pretty cool. They go throughout the week, and I think they're gonna do them maybe once a month. I don't know what they're gonna do with it once they head to Live Realm, but it is a very cool event, and I'm very glad that they did it. If you haven't been on to check it out yet, you should really do it, because you can win some pretty cool rewards, and you can try to figure out your own strategy while it's in Test Realm, and you can eventually go to it in Live Realm. Oh look, so they just reset the world event progress. It's kind of funny that that happened once I started recording. But yeah, that is the Ice Deckathalon event. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. I hope I did. So yeah, it's just a treasure card only dungeon that you have to run through. It gets progressively harder the more stages that you go up. You can craft and get exclusive things from it, like the gauntlets right here, or some of the decks. And you can also craft treasure cards from it, or if you're just trying to get rid of treasure cards that you might have laying around, that's what you can do with this as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!